Hello, my name's Ronnie Robinson. I'd like to welcome everybody tonight to our weekly online trainings. Tonight's training is how to handle objections. As with any profession out here, the key to success will be your ability to answer questions and handle objections with potential customers and business partners. Every week on Thursday nights, we'll do a training, online training. Next week's training is going to be on Motives Cosmetics by National Supervising Coordinator Maria Constantine. And to get notifications on these trainings on a weekly basis, you can plug in and go to my Facebook page, which is RonnieRobinsonOnline.com, and like the page. You will get notifications when we have trainings, upcoming trainings, but also when these are recorded on a weekly basis. We can actually, you'll get notifications when the recording's up and posted on the Facebook page, and also you can go to my website, which is www.RonnieRobinsonOnline.com. You can go to the training tab all the way to the right-hand side and view the recorded trainings. Last week's training is up right now. There's archived trainings below that, and then this week's training will be put up probably within the next couple days, and then you can still go back and look at the different history of webinars that we've done on different trainings. My background, I'm from Salisbury, Maryland. I'm a certified trainer with MarketAmericaShop.com. Also, I'm a certified internet sales and marketing trainer. Also, I'm a consultant with Nutrimetrics. We are national supervising coordinators, which means we earn between $10,000 and $15,000 in commissions in a 4-week pay period. Proud to be a part of the $1 Million Club. And we have 15 years of experience. So it's really nice to help people be able to share the experience we've had over the last 15 years on how to build this business successfully and use the tools that we have. One of the things to master the unfranchised business is mastering the fundamentals of the business on what we call the basic 5. And they're broken down into developing attitude and knowledge, goals and developing goals and a goal statement, retailing, prospecting, recruiting, and sponsoring, and follow up an ABC pattern of building in depth, the duplication part of this. We will hit on all 5 of these tonight on handling objections, but I really believe you having the right attitude and knowledge. Education is key to our business. So like these weekly trainings that we're doing, plugging into a 30, 45-minute training, listening to audios, this is getting you to confidence. And that's the one thing I want you to understand. When you're handling objections and questions, the more confidence you have, the better you're going to be at answering the question and the better response you're going to get, because people are going to see the confidence that you have. So we want to be prepared for the questions and objections that we're going to come across as an unfranchised. And everybody's in different, stages of the business. You may be new, you may be seasoned, but I've got 15 years. I'm always learning each day out in the field. And what I'm going to do is explain some of the things I've learned. But what's really important is the company's growing leaps and bounds right now. I've never been more excited than what I am right now. I've never seen this much action being in the business 15 years of what we're doing today. So handling objections, you got to understand when somebody's throwing an objection at you, don't assume that's a no. It's really a question in disguise. They're really wanting to ask you a question, and your focus should be to encourage them to talk more, and you listen more, because once you listen, then you'll learn more how to answer the questions that they're asking and learn more about the objections they're asking. So 90% of success today is listening. 10% is going to be talking. So the key is going to be listening to what the person's, whether it's a customer or whether it's a prospect of the business, you want to listen to them more than you talk. Then you're going to find out exactly what they're wanting in the business, because it's all about them. And if they have a question that you can't answer, your response should be, that's a great question. Let me do some research. I'll get back with you with the answer. Or let me schedule an appointment with my senior business partner, my business coach, to have him or her answer your questions. because that's just like today, 15 years, there'll come a question that I don't know the answer 100%. So I'm going to do the research first before I give that answer. One of the things that I've been emailed all week on, can you discuss, is this one of those pyramid schemes? I had emails today saying, I hope you're going to talk about this. Well, if somebody asks you, is this one of the pyramid schemes? Your first question should be, answer it with a question. What's your definition of a pyramid? Because you don't know what they're really asking you. So you really want to know what they think a pyramid is. Now, a definition of a pyramid is, it's really a payment for recruiting instead of being based on product sales. But when you look at a pyramid structure, every corporation has the structure of a pyramid. But when somebody asks you that, are they talking about a legal pyramid structure, or are they talking about an illegal pyramid structure? Because like I said, every corporation takes the structure of a pyramid. They're legal. But there is structures that are based on a pyramid structure that are illegal. So you got to find out what they're really asking you and let them understand. This business has been in the marketamericashop.com business has been in business since 1992. We've had 23 years of continuous growth. When you look at our partners with over 3,500 to 5,000 name brand stores like Walmart, Target, Bass Pro Shop, you name it, name brand stores, you know, you can tell it's a legitimate business because they partner with us. So having that confidence, and I'll explain some different situations in the last 2 weeks I've come across on answering some of these questions. But a great way of explaining, is it a pyramid? If they're talking about, a lot of times somebody that's asked me, is this a pyramid? I said, what's your definition? The guy at the top makes all the money. I said, no, let me tell you something on how traditional business is, how other business models are, and then I'm going to show you how ours operates. And then you tell me what you think. You know, I just explained, especially if somebody's in traditional business or traditional sales, I'll say, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. In traditional sales, your business model would look like this. You'd have a company at the top or a business owner. You'd have a manager, sales manager, and a sales team. If this person on the left sells any product or service, they're going to get a commission. So's the manager, and so's the business owner. What's the two on the right going to receive? Nothing. They're in competition. So in this type structure, who's making all the money? The business owner, the guy at the top. So if somebody's telling me the guy at the top makes all the money, it's the same as a traditional business model. It's no different. And if somebody works for somebody, that's what I'm going to say. I'll say, explain where you work at. Can you make more than your boss? Can you make more than the person who owns the company? And they go, I never thought about that. You know, now, if that manager wants to create more sales, what's he or she going to do? Add another salesperson. That just creates competition with the team, but the guy at the top's making all the money in this type structure. Same thing happens in multi-level marketing. So if they're asking this, they may have been involved with a multi-level marketing structure because the corporation sits at the top. Distributors that get in first usually make the most money because of the pay structure, and it's paid on multiple levels. And if somebody shows up way down below, and you don't get 0% credit on what they're doing, you're not going to work with them. So in this type of structure, all I'm doing is showing the difference between traditional sales, corporate sales, and multi-level marketing. Then I go, this is why we separate ourselves from any other structure out here, why it's an equal playing field. Anybody starting out can make more than the person at the top. But here's why the guy at the top doesn't make all the money, because instead of building horizontal, we build vertical. Now, if you look at this structure to the right, when anybody starts, they start at the bottom, but when they sell anything, they get 100% commission on it, but so is everybody above them. And the reason why this works is because everybody's capped at $3,600. So the guy that started this company, James R. Ridinger, capped his own income, so everybody get a piece of the pie instead of the guy at the top making all the money, like any other structure out there. So when you're explaining just a horizontal versus vertical, that'll eliminate the guy at the top making all the money, because now with our structure, the guy at the bottom could make as much as the guy at the top or even more, and you got to book an appointment to see more on how this works. Is this Amway? Is this network marketing? Again, you got to ask the question, what has been your experience with Amway or any network marketing company? Because it could be good, it could be bad, but now you can handle the objection or the question. And your answer could be, absolutely not. We are part of the networking industry, but we took the best of franchising, networking, and eliminated all the flaws that we saw in all the business trends over the last 80 years. And always remember, compare it to what they already do. Almost anybody out here has an occupation. They do some type of networking. I don't care if you're a stay-at-home mom. You're going to network with other stay-at-home moms. If you're in sales, you're going to network with other sales. You got B&I meetings. You got Chamber of Commerce meetings. Everybody networks out here. So do we network? Absolutely, because that's the way of doing business. Everybody networks. I just don't have any time. What you want to do is acknowledge this comment right from the beginning. Say, I understand. That's where most people are today. Wouldn't you agree? A lot of people don't have time. But remind them of the shopping annuity. Because I'm going to tell you, the shopping annuity is the answer to almost every objection you're going to get out here. And you're going to hear me say this as we go through the presentation tonight. Because I had this happen today. I had a lady ask me, well, I go to Sam's. I said, well, okay, let me ask you, how much time do you spend driving from your house to Sam's and then from Sam's back home? How much gas did you burn? How much time did you spend? See, if you convert the time to this and show people that we're actually saving time through the shopping annuity, and that's a real good example on the shopping annuity worksheet on how we can assess how much time you're spending per week that we could save you time on. I just don't have any money is another objection. What's it come back to? The shopping annuity. All we're going to do is say, it's not about you spending money, it's about us saving you money and showing you how to convert what you're already spending. You're not going to spend any more money. We're going to show you how to spend more effectively what you're already spending and save money, and we can do this with our tools. You got the home advisor, you got the home assessment in your getting started guide, you got the shopping annuity assessment, and you got the old home shopping list. All these are great tools to show people they're already spending the money. So it's not that you're spending money that you wouldn't normally be spending. And then the next thing is, if you have the desire, if you got good work ethics, we have the proven system. It'll work for you. It takes sweat equity and good work ethics. It's not about how much money you got. We can show you how to get started, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. Here's another question people have. Most people don't make money at those things. I know someone who tried that back in 1994, 1998, 2006, 2010. Well, I'm going to handle that in just a minute. But remember, when they say most people don't make money at those things, I'm going to show them the profiles of success of other unfranchised owners with similar backgrounds from all different age groups. Because the YouTube profiles of success, you can show people, I don't care if they're 18, 19, 20 years old, to people in their 60s that's successful in our unfranchised business and why they chose to do it. They're little short 3 to 5 minute video clips. And you can say, here's somebody just like yourself that started the unfranchise. You can also use the profile success of the $1 Million Club. Because in the $1 Million Club, you're going to see everybody from stay-at-home moms to business owners, to doctors, to business, to mechanics, to truck drivers, to school teachers. You're going to see all kinds of different nationalities, backgrounds, education. It doesn't matter. The success is proven over the last 23 years. We can prove it works. But the big question you got to ask, if you say, I know somebody who tried this, you need to ask them, did that person you're talking to, how much time did they put into it? Did they follow the basic 5 fundamentals of the 2 to 3 year plan? Or did they just try it out for 2 to 3 weeks and say it didn't work? You know, I compare this every week. I say, if somebody ever says it's not working, what are you doing? It's all based around the result producing activities. You can measure, monitor, and adjust everything you do in this business. And I also ask somebody, if you did for your unfranchised business this week what you did at your normal job, if you put that much effort in your normal job that you did in your unfranchised, would you still have a job? How much would you got paid in that? I'll give you a good example. I was in a salon doing some follow-up last week in a nail salon. I had a lady that was all into the shopping annuity. And we talked about that pyramid. She goes, well, how do you get paid in this? And I started telling her, and she goes, oh, that sounds good. That's not like one of them pyramid schemes I saw Market America about 10, 15 years ago. And I said, this is Market America. What are you talking about? And she goes, well, no, that's a pyramid. I said, no, it's not. I said, where'd you get your information from? And she went on and said, I researched it. I said, where'd you research it at? She said, I Googled stuff online. I said, so you believe everything you see online? I said, how about if I give you the proper information? Said, well, everything I looked at looked like a scam. I said, what do you call a scam? What's something illegal? I said, so you're telling me that Walmart and all these other companies that I just showed you will be dealing with us if we weren't legit? Well, maybe it's changed. I said, no, it hadn't changed. It's the same company, same pay structure. I said, we just keep improving every year. I said, you just got the wrong information. See, but it was the confidence I had coming back. She was like, oh. I mean, she didn't even want to, she just dropped it. She goes, well, maybe I'm wrong. Now, also a business owner, when somebody says that, like, well, I'll give you the example I showed with her. She said, well, I said, look at any business out here, even a church, because she was the wife of a pastor. I said, do you see churches close up? Yeah. Do you see businesses close up? Yep. Does it mean that they're not legit? No, they just didn't run it right. They didn't follow the proven plan on what they were doing. Or they might not have had a plan. They might not have a proven plan like we do. See, if you follow a proven plan, it'll work for anybody. It's already proven. But if you don't do anything and don't follow the plan, try to do it yourself, it's not going to work. So I compare it to what other people are doing all the time. I have to talk with my spouse. That's a great idea. When would be a good time for the three of us to get together? Because the worst thing that can happen is you talk to a husband or a wife, they go home and try to tell the other one after seeing it one time, they're going to have everything all confused. So the biggest tip I can tell you is, and I can tell you this doesn't work that good, but you tell them this anyway. You tell them, say, please don't go home and tell your spouse too much about this because you're going to get them confused and they're going to say no. So I tell people, say, don't say anything when you go home. Say, this is something great. I think it's going to work very good for us. It's just what we're looking for. We're going to be able to save money, and we can convert everything that we're already spending into an annuity plan and drop it, because we'll explain how it works when we get there and we both talk to them. How much are you earning? That's a great one. Somebody's new in the business. People ask you because you're out there telling them you're excited. How much are you earning? Are you making any money? If you're brand new, the best thing you can say is, I just got started. Yes, I'm making money, because you are. You're making money from retail profit. Just like any other business. Think about a traditional business. Most of them have a 3 to 5 year plan. They're going to invest a ton of money at the beginning. They invest all that money. When they're making money, they haven't got their investment back. All they're doing is doing what? They're getting some money back on the investment a little bit at a time. They spend a ton of money out to open a traditional business. You can say, as soon as you get your initial investment back, man, it's going great. I've already made my initial investment back. Everything's profit. Or you can always say, I'm right on track on my 3-year business plan or my 5-year business plan or my 2-year business plan, whatever your business plan is. We got a proven 2 to 3 year plan. Say, I'm right on track on my 3-year business plan. Sounds professional. Sounds like you got a 3-year plan. They're not going to ask you any more questions. And if you've been into business for a little while and you want to you've been just focused on using and selling the products a little bit, be honest with the person. Say, initially, I was just using and selling the products. Then I understood how powerful this business is, and I wanted to get serious about this. I'm expanding distribution now of these products by participating in our compensation plan and earning commissions now. And I'm trying to expand more. So if you can help me out, I'd like to find the right person that would like to save money and be able to earn money on top of that. Anybody's looking to save money today. I'm looking to expand my business in New York. I'm looking to expand my business in Florida. Anybody today that's business-minded, looking to save money, has a great network, hook me up with an appointment. You can help me out. An example of this is talking about if somebody's asking how much money you're earning, think about going to college. You're getting educated. You're not getting paid going through the college. You're paying the college to learn education. So how much money have you spent before you ever get out of college to go do what you've learned, to start your profession? You might have 4 years. You might have 10 years in college. And one of the biggest debts out here is student loan today. So think about that. In our business, look at the investment for the return. You're getting educated at the beginning, a little bit at a time. That's why education or training is so key. Say you talk to somebody and they say, let me think about it. That's kind of silly, right? Because they've never seen anything. So say, great, let's book a follow-up to have your questions answered or see the business plan if they haven't seen it. Now, if they've seen it and they say, let me think about this, say, great, let's book a follow-up to have your questions answered. Let me give you some more information so you can learn more about the business, because it's a lot of information the first time you sit down with somebody. Let me send you a couple PDFs. You can send them about MA PDF, which you can download in your back office under downloads. You can actually download the annual report and email that also. You could also send them to www.marketamerica.com/your name, your portal name. It's the same as your marketamerica.com site. That is a great site to give people more information about the company, show them that we got the highest rating in the Better Business Bureau. 2013, we won the largest award for the Better Business Bureau. So it shows you how legit the company is, how powerful the company is. Then they can get more information on the different products, the quality of the products, the plan if they want to see the video again. It's a great informational website, and if anybody goes on there and they look at it and they fill out any of their forms, it's going to come back to you. That's why you want to make sure it's marketamerica.com/ whatever your domain name is in that. Do I have to sell anything? Again, you want to ask the question back to them, why? Do you like sales? Because some people love sales. And if they don't, then you can say, do you know anyone who likes sales? It's about building a team. We're looking for people to diversify in many different strengths. We're looking to build a team just like a Super Bowl team. We're looking to build people that diversify in our different marketplaces. They might be a good recruiter. They might be a good salesperson. They may be good in teaching weight management. They may be good working with doctors. They may be good working with pets, cosmetics, websites. It doesn't matter. We're building a team of people that's going to work together synergistically to get 100% of that credit that flows to everybody. And really, when somebody says, do I have to sell? I'm really going right back to the shopping annuity again. I'm telling you, this shopping annuity almost solves everything that anybody objects to, because all I'm going to say is it's really not about selling, it's about saving. Anybody wants to save money today? And I'm going to tell you, I don't run across anybody. Nobody's told me they don't want to save money. I'm not interested. If they're not interested before they ever see the plan, guess what? They don't know what they're not interested in. So you got to say, how could you be interested in something that you have no information about? But let me ask you a question. Do you like saving money? If I could show you how you could save on everything you're already buying and save you 25 to 30%, would you listen? And you know what? Everybody says, absolutely. Because when you look at statistics out here today, with the shop and annuity, they did statistics. The average person, the average household across the United States, after taxes is $56,000. The average expenditures on that same household is $51,000. So that only leaves $5,000 play money for 12 months. That's not a lot of extra money. So if we show people how we can take half of that, or close to 40 to 50% of that $51,000 and spend it where they can save money and earn money on that money, it's a win-win situation for everybody. So why wouldn't anybody be interested in saving money and learning how this works? If they're not interested after seeing the plan, the first thing I'm going to ask them is, what part weren't you interested in? I learned from everybody's experiences. So I'd like to know, what part of this did you not either understand or you're not interested in? And I want to listen to them, because then I can handle that question. But I'm going to listen. They might not have been even listening through the presentation. And that way, if I'm listening to them and seeing what they're not interested in, then I got a way of handling that objection or that question. And if they still say I'm not interested, I say, you know what? Timing's everything. Timing may not be right for you now. Would you mind if I follow up with you in 3 months? And put it in your calendar. Follow them up with 3 months, because I'm going to tell you right now, there's people coming into business right now. Timing wasn't right 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 3 years ago. Timing's right now. Because everybody, again, wants to do what? Save money. I don't want to go to meetings. I've had this thrown at me. Guess what? Education is a very important part of any successful business. We are very fortunate to have local trainings in most areas to provide the education needed to be successful in the unfranchised. So remember, part of the basic 5 is attitude and knowledge. You got to understand what you own. The unfranchised is a multi-million-dollar business that you can own and operate for virtually no risk and no overhead. So you need to be educated. Just like if you're going to be a doctor, you're going to spend a lot of time and a lot of money going to trainings. And I had a construction guy ask me one day, he goes, you know what? I like the concept, but I don't want to go to meetings. I said, well, let me ask you a question. I said, every time I come by here, you're in a meeting. He goes, yeah. I said, well, why would it be bad to go to 1 meeting a week or 2 meetings a week when every time I come in here, you're in 3 or 4 or 5 meetings a day? You do more meetings than we do. So, a lot of times people in sales, they have sales meetings. People that are electricians, mechanics, they got to get recertified. They got to stay up on new technology. Why wouldn't you have to? So the key is just telling them the reason why we have the meetings is to stay up on all the new technology, so you're understanding how you can make money in the business. So education is a very important part of this. I don't know anybody. Well, I can guarantee you sit down and let somebody just say, let me see your phone, see what your phone contact list is. Let me look at your Facebook contact list. It's what I met with a person we just started last night. She asked me, she said, well, who are we going to talk to? I said, how many people you got on your Facebook list? So I got a ton. I got like over 1,000 people. I said, well, there's a good start. And if somebody says I still don't have good contact list, we can go to the memory jogger that's in your career manual. And then simply you can just say, who do you know that shops online, or who do you know that would like to save money? I don't want to recruit. I heard this the other day. First of all, let me tell you something. We're not really recruiting now. We're building a team of people that everybody has different abilities and strengths. Some people might be great recruiters, but the biggest thing is we're building this together as a team. Wouldn't you agree, on a championship team, if it's a football team, you got to have a great team effort. You can't have a good quarterback and no line. You can't have a running back with no good quarterback. So Championship teams put a whole team of everybody working together with different abilities, different strengths, but they gel together as a team. That's what we do. It's not about you having to recruit, because people will recruit you really when you show them how to save money on the shopping annuity. It comes back. The shopping annuity is the easiest way to explain this to people today, showing them how to save money by transferring what they're already buying, whether it's through our exclusive products and then shopping online. I don't have any money to get started. Again, once we show them the home advisor, we're showing them everybody already buys laundry detergent. We can show them with the product comparisons exactly why ours is cheaper. They already buy dishwashing liquid. They already buy some type shampoo, some type bath and shower gel. They're buying nutritional products. They want to save money on gas. They can use our automotive products. They're buying car wash stuff. Pretty much anything you're already buying, we're going to convert that to saving you money. So it's not about having money to get started. We're going to convert that. But if you want to generate money for a new person getting started, let's put on a wellness event. That's going to generate sales. Retail profit's going to go into their account. Maybe a Motives event. What's really nice is now the Motives events, you can actually do them online or you can actually do them in person, which I always think in person is really good, but online, because of technology, generates a lot of sales. We got TLS events that can generate sales. And then if somebody's really wanting to do this, it's not about having money to get started. It's about work ethics again. If they're serious about this, we got the system. They can pre-sell. We can give them 3 or 4 Mall Talk magazines and say, okay, go out here and pre-sell. Find your customer base. But we can also help them through all these other events we can put on. The price of the product is too high. The first question you got to ask is compared to what? Use your portal to show the product comparisons, because on every exclusive product now, you pretty much got product comparisons on shop.com. I'll give you a couple examples this week. The lady I just started yesterday come in with the Motives kit. Well, when I first started talking to her, she said, explain the difference between Motives and Mary Kay. I said, well, Motives is just a higher quality line. Well, she started going out and asking questions. She asked a question at a salon owner that's not even in the business, and she said, do you know anything about Motives Cosmetics? She goes, yeah. They're actually a higher quality product than anything else out on the market. I love that product line. So not only did she do my work for me, but now she's a prospect for this new person. And you can just compare the prices to the quality of the product. I'm comparing the quality of the product, because just like isotonics, I had a girl the other day said she couldn't afford. I sat down with her, and it was just a consult to actually talk about getting her in better health. When we got started talking, she said, I'd love to buy these products, but they're too expensive. I said, compared to what? Well, this is what I buy. I said, okay. So we started looking at it, and I said, I said, you're spending this much money. I said, you're getting 30% absorption at the highest. So say you spend $30 on that product. You're only getting 30% of that. So out of that $30, you're getting $9 worth of your money worth of product. That makes sense? Okay. But now we spend, say, $50 on the product, and we get 95%. Now we're getting $50 out of that. Which one's more expensive? The one that doesn't work. You're not even getting the results from it. So this lady, what it did, by me sharing the different products, she needed to get vitamin D, needed to get calcium, needed to get B complex, needed a multivitamin. By the time we compared the prices of what she was getting, cut it down to what she'd be getting absorption-wise, and then showed her how she could start her own franchise, guess what? When I followed up 2 days ago, she said, I'm ready to start in 2 weeks. I said, because if I can buy the products wholesale as a distributor, then and convert everything I'm doing, because I talked to her about the shopping annuity, guess what? I showed her it's not the price. You're saving money. It's no different than the laundry detergent. When you look at the price of it, retail-wise, it looks higher until you see the price per load when you look at the price per load on that product comparison on the shop.com site, you'll see we got a better product and it's cheaper per load. Same thing with our cleaning products. Do you have to do a monthly order or do you have a quota? Understand the monthly accrual option, the transfer buying is an option. And I tell them it's an option, but when you understand the business, you'll want to opt in, because now all we're going to do is do that shopping annuity assessment, the home advisor. We're going to use one of the tools and convert what they're already spending. It's just like the girl I started yesterday. She was a little nervous about this when we got to the point about starting her. I said, trust me, look at what you're buying already. Let's go through what you buy on a monthly basis already. Once we sat down with that and converted it over, she was like, oh, that makes sense. It goes back to the shopping annuity all the time. All we're doing is convert what we're already spending, and you use our tool like the home advisor, use the home shopping list, you use the home assessment on the getting started guide. You can show them what they're already buying. And what I really like is the shopping annuity assessment, because it breaks it down into how much BV you're going to spend on a monthly basis and how much IBV. So it shows them right up front. It ain't even a question of 50 or 100 or 150, because everybody's going to do over 150 from just converting. Are these products FDA approved? Really the question here is, are they safe? And just to give you from Nutrimetrics, and you can see this right in the Nutrimetrics catalog, each of our production facilities are required to meet GMP standards, which means good manufacturing practice standards. They are periodically inspected and approved by either the FDA or the USDA for their strict adherence to standard operating procedures. So that handles that right there. So first of all, Food and Drug Administration, which that's what the FDA is, supplementation is not a food or a drug. But they do look at the ingredients, and we follow all the guidelines, plus we even do more than that. We got other really strict regiments on products to make sure they meet certain specifications even above this. So don't ever feel like you haven't got the best product out there. But a lot of times people struggle on this. So hope you guys got some good information tonight. I feel like every week we sit down for 30, 45 minutes and just discuss different topics on the Basic 5, whether it's product knowledge, whether it's, you know, about the business, might be the business plan like it was last week. We did do it on Wednesday night last week, so apologize for that, but that was when it was scheduled in almost every Thursday. That's the only time we haven't done it on Thursday. So to plug in, to make sure that you're getting updates on this, make sure you go to my Facebook page, RonnieRobinsonOnline.com, like the page, and you will get notified when we got the upcoming trainings. Also, the recorded trainings, because a lot of people every week ask me, say, where can I find these trainings? Go to RonnieRobinsonOnline.com, my website, go under the training tab. You can find all the trainings archived for the previous 2 months, and we're continuing to add to this library. And it's a great resource for you guys to just look at these over and over. And really appreciate everybody tuning in each week. My goal is to help you guys learn faster by each week, breaking the little Basic 5 fundamentals down into little steps. Next week, our training is going to be on Motives Cosmetics by National Supervising Coordinator Maria Constantine. She's doing our local seminar this weekend. She says you guys are going to be blown away by what she's going to teach next week. So stay tuned in for the notifications on that. I'll have that put out first part of the week. So definitely register for the online trainings, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you very much, and have a great night.